Linda's Enchanted Cottage Witches Social. You're scarfing down some last minute fries before we get started. Welcome once again. Hopefully, the sound's a little better today. I think we've got it figured out. We've got our microphone going, we've got our new webcam going, so the crystal clear picture and hopefully some good sound going on too.
Hi everyone.
226-931-1419 is the phone number if you'd like to call in. And yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, we're just waiting for everybody to log on here. Waiting for the computer, I think. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's catching up. All right, hello. See, some people are starting to join in.
Yep, if you jump on, just give us a hello and let us know you're there.
You know the routine by now.
Unless they're new.
Well, it could be if you guys are new, you don't know the routine, in which case, here's the story. It's our Witches Social. Witches Social is a little event was 2 o'clock every day during the most recent shutdown here, the most recent lockdown. And we had to switch it to 8 p.m., primarily because we were getting really busy in the shop, and it was getting difficult to maintain the 2 p.m. Event. So we switched to 8 p.m., and hoping everybody can switch over and join us. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you on.
Hello.
That's not a name I recognize.
Yeah.
Oh,
her
yep.
daughter is part of the MEC
Yep,
program.
I got it now.
Yeah.
And Keith, hello.
Hi,
April,
April.
good. Some people, some faces. We recognize names. That's good. Yeah. So with the Witches Social, it's like a little chat. It's a little meet and greet. It's a chance for like-minded people to all get together and to talk about various things. And we usually bring a little bit of a topic to the table and allow everybody to sort of weigh in on it and share their opinions, their thoughts. And what I really like about it is it's always been very kind, very open-hearted conversations. No judgments, no shames or ridicules. We've really only tackled out of all our conversations, only one subject that is somewhat controversial, and that was yesterday. And kind of got that out of the air. Hi, Colton. Good to see you. And yeah, Kelly says, nice to be here. Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. Popular name we see you on here since the beginning with all the Witches Socials here online. I just do some liking here so we can keep up. And look, I got the mouse going now, so I can just scroll right back down.
Yeah.
You're excited. What is it you're excited about, Kelly? Excited about the Witches Social or the MEC? I think the excuse me, the MEC stuff. That's also part of the reason why we switched from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. is we've been hustling, scrambling, trying to get things organized and ready. You would think that with the lockdown, it's given us extra time, free time, but it's really kind of thrown wrenches into our plans and figuring this sort of stuff out. We've been sort of waiting for everything to fall into place, and it's been very slow. So it looks like as of next week, for the MEC members, we are going to be catching back up and moving forward. The shop's going to be allowed to be open for more than just curbside pickup, so we're pretty excited about that as well. Looks like life gets to move forward again, so we'll be grateful to see the opportunity for you guys to be able to pop into the shop and say hi in person. Somebody just snuck some chippies. So this is we are doing it from our home as opposed to at the shop because we're not staying open late these days.
Not right yet.
No.
Another week we'll probably go back to our 9 o'clock open hours.
Yeah.
So then we'll do the Witches Social at the shop.
Yep.
So
So once actually, yeah, we'll have to kind of factor that in too, because if we're doing it at 8 p.m. to 9, that'll
all good.
interfere with witches or with the
It's
MECs.
fine.
We'll figure it all out.
Don't worry about
We'll
it.
make it
I got
happen.
this.
She's got a plan.
Got the brains
It's
here.
for her to know and me to follow through.
Yeah. Okay. So
All right.
people will jump on as you guys jump on.
Yep.
Just give a hello.
Yep. Say
And,
hello. If
so
you're new, let us know
what are
roughly where
we-
you're from.
What are we talking about? What do you want to talk about?
We were asked yesterday if we could give a little bit more information on sound therapy, sound washes, singing bowls, all of that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. So it seemed like a nice conversation to have. I do some work myself with vibration therapy, with sound therapy. work with tuning forks and things like that. So I have a little knowledge on the subject. I do enjoy meditation and working with sounds, binaural beats through sound, auditory sounds. It's a really nice way, and I've been we like the balance of science and magic. I love magic, but I like to know that it's grounded in something. I like to know that there's some fundamental truths behind it from a scientific perspective as well. And with some things like this, it's still a bit of a stretch. It's some new information that's being processed, but they have discovered that it does affect the brain as well. So I am seeing that there are cause and effect. I feel the effects. I feel the cause, but I also see that science does admit that there is some benefits to this information that's being used, sound therapy and things like that. So I'm very fascinated with that. And the thing I like the most about it is it's harmless. It's safe. It really doesn't hurt us in any way. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. Hi, Brittany. Yep. People saying hi, joining us. That's great. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know, who here has had any experience with any type of sound therapy? If whether it's singing bowls, tingshaws for charging your crystals even, or meditation and working through sounds with meditation. Instead of a spoken guided meditation, it's like crystal singing bowls or tuning forks or anything like that. Anybody have any experience with that? How did it affect you? Did you enjoy it? Not your thing? Yeah, give us your thoughts on that.
I've had a session a few times.
Oh, with me, yeah,
with
of course.
You, yes.
Yep.
So using the sounds.
Yep.
Not singing bowls or anything, but the headphones.
The headphones.
As well as the tuning forks
yeah.
for a vibrational quality. And I went right to sleep.
Knocked it right out.
It was nice.
The interesting thing about the tuning forks, I work with weighted tuning forks, so they have weights on the end, and it has a heavy vibration to it. So instead of it ringing in the vibration, instead of it being an auditory sound, you can hear it if you put it up close to your ear. And I will do that throughout a session. I'll have two different harmonious forks ringing, one at one frequency, one at another, to create binaural beats within the headspace. But more purposeful, these weighted tuning forks are really good for internal vibration, so you can actually feel the sound more than you actually hear it. So it can work on your auric field as well. You bring the energy in from the outside of your auric field. You can actually feel it as you're moving the tuning fork along. It gets sluggish. It's like it drops. It gets it's almost like something's touched it and it just sort of loses some of that energy, and then you ring it again, and then you bring it across. I'd like to do some work with some actual non-weighted tuning forks. I just haven't invested in any yet. They're quite expensive still, and one little bit at a time. But I've been having a lot of fun with the weighted ones, and it works very similar to acupuncture in that once you get it vibrating, you place it down on the person's body in key areas. Usually I feel it out almost like a Reiki energy, and then wherever I feel it's needed, I place the tuning fork on, and it just kind of vibrates. It's like non-invasive acupuncture, really, and it's just a wonderful feeling, and you can actually feel it chasing throughout the energy lines in your body. Hi, Pat. Hi, Kim. Great to see you guys on tonight. Colton says he has a singing bowl and a bell in order to cleanse his areas and his cards.
Nice.
So yeah, you'd like to work with those to cleanse your cards. A lot of people use tingshaws for charging and cleansing crystals.
Meditation,
and, for meditation, starting and stopping meditations. I know Pat joins me on the app that I use, Insight Timer, and a lot of those meditations start and stop with a chime, and it has the option to select a chime that you really like if you're creating your own meditation style as well. So that's pretty neat. I kind of like it because it's very non-invasive. It's like as you're meditating, the little bell goes off and it gives you a little, okay, that was 10 minutes. Wow, that just went by so quickly. Let's keep moving, and then it'll chime again for another 5 minutes or whatever. Ah, Michelle knows about acupuncture. Dot dot dot. What's your story there? Let me know what you think about that. She also says, "Hi guys, I don't know anything about."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is something that I've been experimenting with a little bit myself, and I really enjoy sound therapy and working with different tools. I did share.
No, does that mean we've dropped?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Let me know, guys. Is it breaking down? Can you? Is it? Is, okay. Yep. I've played around with singing bowls a little bit, and I like that set of singing bowls. So I work with singing bowls that are pre-recorded or things like that. But honestly, my tuning forks do the same thing. So if I'm experimenting and playing around with that, I'll work with my tuning forks for that purpose. Can tuning forks remove knots? Absolutely, they work fantastic for that purpose. Very good for helping relieve the stress, tension in shoulders, neck. We use it for you all
Colds.
the time.
Yeah,
You get like
colds,
a ear
earaches.
infection, a
Yeah.
plugging in your ears, and it just washes it all right out. I don't.
It's usually good for a few days,
Mhm.
and then you have to do it again, but then it lasts for like months after that.
Mhm.
So 2 sessions, and I'm good for a few months.
Yeah, it's I've been having a lot of fun doing it. It's one of those things I watch everybody afterwards, and I went, oh man, I'm always the one doing it. I don't get to
I've done
benefit.
it
You
for
have
you.
done it for me,
Yeah.
yeah, and it is a wonderful feeling. You just kind of you get all loosey and weird feeling afterwards. It throws you off for a little
Little
bit.
drool.
Yeah, drool.
Little
I'm
drool.
always wiping up drool off the mat and everything off the bed, and yeah, but it's a unique experience because well, what I'm working with tuning forks, you also have sound washing through your ears and in through your head, and it's in tied in. It's all tied together with what I'm doing with the tuning forks. So while it's vibrating in your head, you feel it. I've had people express that it feels like there's 5 or 6 people at a time working on them, and they can feel it in multiple places throughout their body. And I'm like, no, I can assure you, it's only me. No more than 2 hands at a time. That's all that is really happening. But it always leads everybody to a place of, um, yeah, chill.
Yep.
They just chill right
Nice
out.
relaxing
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah. So yes, tuning forks can remove knots. Elizabeth says I use binaural music to go to sleep. That's fantastic. Have you done a little research into the types of binaural beats, the different frequencies? Do you work with a specific app or do you listen to music that tunes into those frequencies? The challenge is in order for binaural music or binaural beats to be effective, you have to wear headphones. It needs to be one ear, one ear. It has to be a left and a right frequency that's taking place. Because what happens is you have one waveform that's going like this, one wave, and then the other one coming through the other ear is on a different wave. And then when they intersect, when they cross, the left ear and the right ear recognize, and it forces the brain into slower patterns and tricks it into moving from beta brain waves into alpha or to delta or theta brain wave forms, and that's the science behind binaural beats. Elizabeth says, "Yeah, we're freezing up." So sorry about that. Looks like it's working a little bit better now. So hopefully that's the end of that. So to use binaural beats, binaural music effectively, it really should be done with headphones on. So if you can do that and fall asleep to that, that's pretty cool. You must have some small earbuds. I'd be worried about getting tangled up in the cord because I'm a Luddite and I don't have wireless headphones. All right, let me get caught up here. Answered that. Caitlin, hi from Brampton.
Hi, Caitlin.
Glad to see you on tonight. Acupuncture worked very well for me, so I'm very interested in sound therapy. Hey, John's back on Melinda's Enchanted Cottage, Melinda's Enchanted Facebook. Good to see you on, John. Glad you can join us today. Feel free to weigh in on this. I haven't had you on my table yet to do some sound therapy. I think you'd really like that. You'll have to come back into the shop soon once the restrictions are lifted, and I'll throw you down on the slab and work you over with my tuning forks. I think you'd enjoy that. Yeah, sound therapy. I think you'd really enjoy it. I'm reluctant on the acupuncture idea. I mean, I like the idea of it. I'm not a huge fan of needles, but from what I've heard from other people is you don't really feel the needles anyways. They're so tiny, but I don't know. It's just a little too invasive for my liking. Yep, I'm back. Okay, headphones. I'm used to being all tangled up. You have sleep apnea. Okay, so there you go. So you just tape the headphone wire with the machine, and it's right there, and you're all good to go. Yeah, you got the full blown Darth Vader mask going on. You're all set. No, it's fascinating stuff. I encourage everybody to at least check it out, explore it. It does play with your head a little bit. The first couple times you're listening to it, well, actually, anytime you listen to it, takes a few minutes to get back into it. Whenever I throw it on, it's like, wow, that's just trippy. I don't know how else to describe it. It just kind of throws you right off. Rodrigo, oh yes, you feel them. Are you referring to the binaural beats? Yeah. My snorkel. my breathing support system. Yeah. What was it that we were just watching? Oh, it was Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah. The Boyle family get together, and they were all in the same room with all their sleep apnea machines going. There's like 50 of them all in the room. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I'm sure if you lived with them all the time, it probably, well, I'm sure you're used to it, but I couldn't imagine it being fun. Yeah. So, binaural beats, sound therapy, basically the majority of this stuff is allowing us to adjust the frequency of our brain waves to get us into meditative states. Effectively could be done without. We've always been saying that all along. Basically, the tools are simply tools. You can do this on your own without any tools. Tibetan monks have been doing it forever and ever and ever. We just rely a little more on science to aid us, to help us, to benefit us, to help us to feel. For kinesthetic people, I'm a kinesthetic learner myself, so I like to feel my way through everything that I'm doing and learning. I can read, I can hear other people talk about it, but until I actually do something, and until I actually do it, it doesn't quite click for me. Which is so funny because that's also my greatest weakness. I'll read, I'll listen, I'll watch, I'll observe, I'll study, but then the actual follow through and doing is usually where it all falls apart for me. I don't bother with that part, so yeah. Oh, acupuncture. Oh yes, you feel them. Rodrigo says you feel acupuncture. Okay, yeah, that's what I expected. I've heard other people. Now, the only source of information that I have with this was somebody who wanted to do acupuncture for me, and he was saying, "Oh, you don't even feel them." So I wasn't sure where his motivation was on that. Caitlin says, "I can't wait to visit you guys in the spring. Love seeing your shop. It looks magical." It is magical.
It is.
We love being there.
We're excited because we actually reopen from the restrictions this Tuesday, so we're really excited about that.
All day long today we were kind of waiting and scrounging and like no information. I'm like, well, this is so frustrating. Like we have no idea what's going on. It's like there isn't a plan in place. We don't. And then all of a sudden the information just started coming out, and it's like, oh, okay, they must just be figuring out what's happening. So it looks like we will be able to open. There's a few things that we have to do, some signage on the doors, typical redundancy of information. Everybody knows all this stuff anyways, but we get in trouble if we didn't actually post it on the door. saying that, you have to do this, and if you are feeling sick, don't come in. So same old, same old. It was closed when you were here last. I'm sorry that it was closed. When was that roughly? Was it during our lockdown, or were we usually only closed on Mondays? Yeah, it could have. Yeah, it's hard to say. So sorry you missed us. If you are coming down, give us a little message beforehand, and we'll make sure that you're there. Yep.
Well, we're always there except Mondays.
Yeah. So. Especially if you're coming from a long distance.
And yes, open to come in and see everything.
Yeah.
As of Tuesday. So.
Oh, in August. Oh, we were probably on vacation
Could have been on vacation.
Yeah.
We take a week's vacation in August.
Yeah. And if that's the case, do apologize for that. But we do look forward to seeing you when you get a chance. Like that. Elizabeth says you do not get used to sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea, yeah.
Does that help with your energy though, with your sleep, or is it like purely necessary that you have this? I've talked with several people who've had sleep apnea machines, and it makes a big difference in their energy levels. Just curious. So yeah, Elizabeth's excited. Yay! Get to come into the shop. Yeah, we're excited. We're looking forward to things getting back to a semblance of normalcy, but at the same time a little intimidated with all the things that we have to get accomplished still.
We have a lot going on. A lot of stuff going on right now.
And pulled in a lot of different directions with a lot of different things that are taking place. Got some exciting news coming up. We can't wait to be able to share that with you guys, but in time. All in due time. All right. What else?
Sound therapy.
Sound therapy. That's kind of all we're talking about here. I'm not entirely certain what else to share or suggest.
If you guys have any questions, ask away.
We talked about singing bowls the other day. I can elaborate a little bit more on that. The problem I have with a lot of the commercial singing bowls is they aren't accurately true tuning. They're just kind of it's a singing bowl. And it has its benefit. I mean, it sounds great. It has its vibrational quality. You can have a lot of fun playing with them and experimenting with them. But if you're actually working with singing bowls for precision, you're looking at forking out quite a bit of cash for some decent ones. And that's kind of inhibitive for a lot of people. Not necessarily everybody wants to put that money out. Metal singing bowls are great. They have a unique sound, but really popular on the market right now are crystal singing bowls, ones, which are also crazy expensive, but boy, what a sound. They're pretty neat. Something I would love to have for myself or in the shop, but again, one thing at a time. Caitlin, can we message you for advice and products? Anytime, of course.
We always answer.
The number that we posted here, 226-931-1419, is Melinda's cell phone, and you can always call us, text us through that number as well. So anytime, feel free. Elizabeth, or you can get one off Wish for $4. Yes, Tibetan singing bowls.
$50 in shipping.
Yeah, that's often the case, and then you never know what you're getting. It's like, wait, that's it? That can't be right. Just scroll back up here. It is illegal to drive without using one. I mean, like it tracks, and if you have an accident and shows you didn't wear it, you're in big trouble.
Are you talking like sleep apnea again?
What are we referring to? No, I don't understand what you're talking about. It's illegal to drive without using one. Your sleep apnea machine, I'm guessing. Like it tracks, and if you have an accident and it shows you didn't wear it, you're in big trouble. Wow. So this must be like a serious clinical requirement for you then, because the people I know, it's not a life critical thing.
Not snore.
Yep, or to not stop breathing in their sleep kind of thing. Yep. Michelle Perry, I worked for a chiropractor acupuncturist, and she was amazing. You didn't hardly feel the needles at all. The benefits were great. I could go for a chiropractor right about now. I have heard that if they're really good at it, you don't really notice it, but I don't know. Still, I'm reluctant to try. I didn't even really care for the chiropractor aspect. Rodrigo says the crystal ones can be made to specific frequency as well as can be made from a specific type of stone, such as lapis and fluorite. Ooh, I can only imagine what a lapis crystal singing bowl would cost. I know that we get lapis in the shop, and it used to be like $1.50 crystal for us, and now it's moving up towards the $10 range for our little tumbled lapis, because the lapis mines are drying up. The supply and demand is such that that's where the prices are going. Fluorite is one of my favorite crystals. That would make an amazing crystal singing bowl, so that would be pretty cool. But I know that a lot of the crystal singing bowls that are out there are actually like a manufactured crystal made into that shape, and they work great. And yeah, Elizabeth's confirming, asking about the sleep apnea machine. Kim says, I want to try the tuning fork. Sounds relaxing. Come on in anytime. I'll show
it's a nice session.
You won't be disappointed. Well, I wouldn't expect. I haven't had anybody disappointed yet. So, and no pain. You just kind of fall off into a mindless state. Anybody logs in tonight that's actually been on my table, they can weigh in on it and let me know, or let everybody else know